Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back again to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my day trading strategy for cryptocurrencies. So on the weekends, obviously the forex market is closed and I don't know what to do. So I jump on cryptocurrencies and try and day trade cryptocurrencies. And so in today's video, I'm going to show you how I exactly do it. So to make it as simple as I can, the foundation of this strategy is basically supply and demand, right? So if I could show you a quick example here, we have obviously supply up here, market taps into that supply, pierces through it a bit here, but it's within that area. It's a range, right? It's a range. It's a supply range. This whole area was a supply range. Price action goes into that supply area, pierces through it. Obviously, you could call these stop hunts or whatever, but yeah. So price action goes straight to that supply area. And straight after it plays around within that area, it gives us a nice bearish engulfing candle, and then you can take a short position to the downside. Now obviously this is the weekly time frame. On the weekly, obviously I do not draw my supply and demand area on the weekly. However, what I do is I get my horizontal lines and I place lines on the wicks, the highest points the market reached, right? The highest point the market reached and the lowest point. So this here is a range, right? Between this high and this low, this is a range, correct? So after I do that, I jump down to the daily. That's all I do on the weekly. I just draw a range. The highest point the market was at and the lowest point the market was at. It gives me a range to work in between, right? So then I drop down to the daily time frame. Now on the daily, that's when it gets a bit interesting. And here's what I'll do. I usually tend to just grab my, obviously you can see I have my charts black, no color whatsoever. And I found out that really helped me with psychology, because if you're seeing colors and if you see a big massive red candle, you're gonna think like, shit, maybe the market is gonna go up. So then you see a big bearish candle, you think like, shit, maybe the market is ready to sell, but it's not ready to sell. But when you look at pure price action, you're not influenced by any color candle. You're basically looking at pure price action. That's all you're looking at, right? Now if I go back to our range that we drew, right? This is our range that we drew from here to here, right? Let's just zoom in a bit. Now on the daily, this is what I do. I take my ray. This is my horizontal ray, and I place it at the bodies of the highest point that the market was at, right? That gives me a nice little range to work between, right? And you can see how here it played around and rejected this daily line. Even here when it came and broke through, straight back, another bearish engulfing, rejected that line, rejected multiple times, eventually breaks through it, but then comes straight back down and trade the market, the price trades in between, right? Now that's one area that I look at. The next area that I look at is here, to see that, okay, this is the last point the market did made a support. So I know that whenever price breaks that support, that the last support that the market found, I know that from there, the next support area is probably going to be somewhere around here, right? You see this range. Now that's when I take a trade. Now obviously this is the daily time frame. It'll be a crazy massive stop loss to just blindly take a trade on the daily, but you can see how simple it is. No indicators, just pure price action, and as simple as I can make it, you know. So I automatically have my range. Now let's say this whole price action did not exist and the market was just playing around here. I wait, you know, you have to wait and be patient. You see the market breaks through, tries to break up, but then price comes back down, rejects, massive bearish engulfing, comes back and retest for one final time, gives me 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wicks, and then this nice little shooting star up here. And that's when, you know, that's a really good time to take an entry and sell the market down to the next range. Once I plot my daily areas, I go down straight to the 4 hour. Now on the 4 hour is basically where I try to find my last confirmation, right? My last confirmation before entering a trade. Now I know this line is the daily, right? And the black line is my weekly. And I know the price broke down, comes back, retested that daily, rejected, bearish engulfing, and then look what happened here. Let's take a little area here. This is the last point that the market did found support at, rejected one last time, and you can see when it came back, the price tried to hold that support, but eventually you can see all the wicks are wicking to the upside. So buyers tried to push the price up, but sellers came in. Buyers tried again to take price up, and then they failed again, and then a very nice bearish engulfing, breaking beneath this whole support zone that I had marked up. Sorry, let me just do this right there. This whole mini support area. As soon as price gives me a nice clean break, right, I drop down to the 1 hour. Right, and the 1 hour time frame is exactly where I take my entry based off, right? So this whole area was holding as support on the 4 hour. Then we got the bearish engulfing right here on the 4 hour, if you remember, right? Then after that, as soon as this candle closes below right here, and that's when I take my short position, place it on the close of that candle. Stop loss just a few pips above the previous wick, right? So you want to make sure you put your stop loss in a very safe place outside of our fluctuation zone, because this whole zone is a fluctuation zone. You can see how market played around here for quite some time before eventually it was ready to sell, right? So that's why I placed my stop loss a few pips above, just to be safe that, hey, if the market actually breaks that area, which means it broke the resistance, I'm completely wrong, let's change our bias. Once that 4 hour bearish engulfing candle comes, I wait for a 1 hour closure, I take my entry, and if you remember, our daily zone is all the way at the bottom there. So this is my final take profit, right? Now this trade is a 1 to 8.3. Now obviously if you held all the way through, I mean, respect, but this is crazy. I mean, if you saw this massive wick, you were almost at take profit, and price closed there, you would have been scared and you would have closed a lot of the position. But this is what I do. As soon as price gets 50% or 3 times my risk, as soon as I'm in profit, 3 times my risk, this is what I do. I've moved my stop loss straight to break even, right? So the trade is completely risk free. And what I do is, let's say this is this area right here is my 3 to 1. That's when I take 50 or 80% of my profit, right? I take 80% of the position that I opened, and I let the rest run. Now you can see stop loss at break even, so there is no risk whatsoever. I've already secured 3 times my risk and closed 80% of my position, and I let the rest run. You can see with time, your trade would eventually got hit. So obviously it took some time, but this is more of a long-term trade. See, it took a few hours to get there, but yeah. And that was a simple and easy way to day trade cryptocurrencies. Right now, obviously, if you're a scalper, if you'd like to get in and out of the market, this is definitely not for you, because you probably wouldn't want to hold that long. But if you are interested in a quick scalping strategy, please let me know down below, and I'll make a quick video about how you can scalp the market, scalp cryptocurrencies. Instead of actually taking trades based on the daily time frame, we will break it down step by step to take trades based on the 1 hour and the 15 minutes. So you'll be in and out in the market within the same day, where you don't have to hold the trade for a couple of days or a week. This is more of a long-term day trading strategy, where you could hold for a few days. I would say probably more of a swing trading than actually day trading. But this is my cryptocurrency strategy. It's basically supply and demand. I see that the market is in a supply area. Cool, I'm looking for shorts. the market is at a demand area, I'm looking for buys, and so on. A quick example here on the go before I go, guys. I'm gonna leave you with this nugget. You can see here we are on the daily. This will be considered as demand area, right? And look what happened. Demand area right there. Price rejects, rejects, rejects. Eventually, the final rejection, bullish, nice bullish engulfing. You could take a buy to the next resistance or the next previous high, and your take profit would have got hit. Supply and demand, right? No trend line, no fancy lines, no indicators, pure price action. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So before I go, guys, I really want to show you guys something real quickly. I've launched my Discord server where it's a community full of traders like you who are looking to get better at trading. And this is where trade ideas, where I share my thoughts on the market and what I think is going to look. All these trades that I sent here on the trade idea group have eventually to hit take profit, got smashed. This is another GA entry that I took, guys. You can see here we got announcements. This is where I announced that my YouTube videos trade before and after. You can see here we called a vet cryptocurrency call right there. A few days later, take profit was absolutely smashed right there. This is the before and after. Right, we called a Euro USD longs right there, and the market got absolutely smashed through our take profit, the blue line there. So this is the trade updates. We got tweets, we got trade ideas, right? We got general chats where other group members sending their setups, and where I'll have a look at them and see from there. So if you guys are interested in something like that, please do not hesitate to join down below. I will leave the link to join the Discord server down below in the description. If you enjoyed today's video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.